Namaste. Welcome to Schoolhouse Yoga. Today we're filming in the Seabiscuit with my brand new block, The Phases of the Moon. This was a present during the holidays and I love it. So welcome. Find a comfortable place. If you have a mat at home, fine. And if you don't, find a non-slipping floor surface. And we're going to start in a seated position. So find comfortable Sukhasana. That just means a place that you can sit and hold on to for a minute or two or three. Let yourself feel nice and grounded onto the floor. Try to get your knees as low as you can. Rock back and forth on the sit bones. And then just take a deep breath and let it go. Closing your eyes and sinking into your body. Listening to your breath, wash in and wash out. Feel your connection to the earth, especially right now. Allow your bones to melt into the earth and allow the earth to hold you and support you so that you feel safe and rooted and grounded. Now we're going to elongate the breath here in this comfortable seat of Sukhasana. So we're going to inhale on a count of 9. Exhale. Or hold our breath for a count of 3 and then exhale to the count of 6. So this is the 9, 3, 6 breath. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Punch it out. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Punch it out. Some gentle twist. Inhale. Fingertips touch. Exhale to the right, right hand behind you, left hand in front, spider touch, look. Inhale, twist to the other side, exhales when you squeeze and nudge yourself in further. One more, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. I'm going to bring it into a child's pose here. Knees wide, toes together. Drop it in, rest the forehead if you can. Maybe rock side to side. Set your intention for your practice. It's the practice of mind, body, spirit. What do you need here in the moment, right now? We're going to inhale up to the tabletop. Curl the toes under. Lift it up, down dog, walk it out. Toe heel walking. Then inhale, bring both feet forward, find a ragdoll. Weight in your heels firmly, let your body tilt forward, and the weight shifts to the ball of the feet. Look at your toes are clenching the mat. Rock back and forth, let your lower back release. Hands drop to the ground, toe heel walk, half back, Ardha Uttanasana. Weight in the heel. Push your shoulders away from the ears, looking straight down at the ground. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up like the sun. Pushing the hips forward, reach up, and pull all the sun's energy right into your heart. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, half back, step back to your plank. Toes option or heel option. I like to take 5 breaths here. Find your strength. Find the fire in the belly. Set your will. Find your resilience. It's right here in the belly. Then we're going to drop it down. Knees, chin, chest, cobra. Curl the toes, back to down dog. knees, chin, chest, cobra. Inhale. Exhale, dive in. Inhale, half back. Step back to a plank. Drop it in, knees, chin, chest, cobra. Curl the toes under, down dog. Getting ready for the warrior is going to find our seat first. One foot, then the other. Find your chair, arms rise up overhead. Or it can come out in front of you. Balancing your weight or hands to heart, you choose. If you have rotator cuff issues, you might not want your arms up here. They might feel better here or here. Take a transition breath, fold it in two. Inhale, half back, and step it back. Chaturanga, down dog, or just step it back to dog, setting it up for the first warrior. Inhale, right heel, draw through, and rise up. Feeling your feet push into the earth and away, feel grounded. Feel the earth push back. Find your strength. Inhale, bring it down. Plank chaturanga, down dog, or just step back to dog if you want to skip the push-up. Other side, inhale, left heel. Rise up. Spread open your toes, push your weight into your feet. Feel the strength in the lower body. Rooted, grounded. Let the earth push back. Inhale, bring it down. Come into your transition, your vinyasa. And we meet in the dog. 5 breaths here, breathe it out. Inhale, right heel. Draw through, rise up. Core muscles on. Find your warrior. Inhale, kick it back. Plank chaturanga, down dog, or step it back to dog. We all meet in the dog no matter how we get there. Breathe it out. Inhale, left heel. Land soft, come up strong, warrior one. Engaging those core muscles. Finding your willpower, your perseverance. Find your inner fire. Inhale, kick it back. Plank chaturanga, down dog. Five breaths here, integrate the work. And get yourself ready for another round of warrior one. Inhale, right heel. Draw through and rise. Sink your shoulder blades down, reach up to the heavens. As above, below, drawing it down. Come into your vinyasa, and we meet back in dog. Inhale, left heel. Grounded in the earth, same time reaching for the heavens. Full on warrior one, find the spirit of the pose. What's worth fighting for? Transition it, find your vinyasa. Five breaths here, breathe it out. Find your warrior two, inhale, right heel. Land soft, and come into the archer's pose. Shoulder blades together, drop them down. Reverse the warrior, breathe through the ribs. Side angle. Back to the reverse warrior. and windmill it down. Vinyasa. Inhale, left side. Draw through and rise. Set aim. 5 breaths here, long enough to find the spirit of the pose. The second warrior. Reverse the palm, reverse the warrior, right through the ribs. And flow it into the side angle. One more time. Reverse the warrior and vinyasa. Five breaths here. And then back to warrior two. Inhale, right heel. Land soft. And come into the archer. Sink it in. Square it off. And then transitioning into Trikonasana, the triangle. Push your weight into your heel. Roll over that hip and socket joint and drop it in. We're going to reverse this triangle. Left arm down, drop it in, pyramid legs, right arm twists up. Kick it back into the plank. Hold on. We're going to open up this plank. You can decide to drop a right knee or send your heels back. Lift up left side. Bring it back to plank. Core muscles engage, leg and back, everything's working. And then we're going to chaturanga, back up into dog. Inhale, left side. Land soft, come up strong. Plenty of time, sink it in, get your warrior on. Set your drishti. It's like you're aiming with your bow and arrow. Transitioning Trikonasana, pushing the foot into the earth, straighten the leg, coming right in. Triangle pose. Dropping it in, weight of the torso over the leg, core muscles on. Strong pose. We're going to drop right hand down, plant it, and twist. Rotating, coming into a twisted triangle. Kick it back, send it back to plank. You can come to knees if you'd rather, or stay on your toes. We're going to open this up, drop a left knee or send the left heel back, and lift and rise. Bring it back to plank and back to a child's pose. Drop the knees, sink your sit bones down on your heels, drop your forehead. So a slight head inversion here, hip opener, soften and breathe. Return to the womb. You get a chance to restart. Inhale, come up. And we're going to bring it into a thunderbolt, knees together. We're on the flat of the foot, and your sit bones are on the heels. Let your weight sink into the ankles and the feet. Gentle spinal twist here. Inhale up, fingertips touch, and then go to the right. Right hand behind, left hand can grab wherever it can on the thigh or the hip. Nudge, push, look behind you. Inhale up, And to the other side. Back to the front. We're going to bring the hands forward, curl the toes under, Vajrasana, diamond toes, knees down. Fingertips up overhead again. Right over the crown. Drop them in behind you, fingertips touch. Roll your shoulders back. Hands come forward, lift the knees. Diamond toes with the knees high, hands to heart, find your balance. Then we're going to rise up, push in on your toes, up overhead, interlace the fingers, except for the index fingers pointing. And we're just going to do some side-to-side crescent moon. I want you to check into the amount of resilience you have, or resistance you have between the ribs. And then coming into the straddle twist, legs go wide. Make sure on a non-slip surface. We're going to bring hands right at the shoulder, go down, like we're in a half back. Planting the left hand under the shoulder, maybe under the heart. Inhale, reach up with the right hand. And on the exhales, when you nudge, take an inhale, come down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. And exhale, up. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Come back, hands under the shoulders, square yourself off. Hands to hips and rise. Toe heel, walk it in, and find the horse. Your spine is straight and tall. Make sure your knees are okay with this, but drop your tailbone down. Find the work. And we're gonna bring arms together. Curve it like a cat back. Open up the shoulder blades. Inhale, full moon, lift your heart. Maybe even lift your chin. Exhale, curve it out. Inhale. Exhale. Come into the twist. Slide your hands down. Come into the huddle, leaning forward this time. We're going to take an inhale, dip down, exhale, push, look over the shoulder. Inhale down, push off against the inside of that knee, look over the right shoulder. Down and take a breath, up and exhale. Down and take a breath, exhale. Bring your hands down, toe heel, walk it, and coming into the Hindu squat. Breathing it out. We're going to come back up to standing. Up you go. Hands overhead, toe heel, walk it. We're going to hold this crescent up and over. I'll mirror you, we'll go to the left. And help pull that arm over. Don't let it float down. Roll that right shoulder back. Hold on here, a few more breaths. Up and over the other side. Back up tall, hands to heart. Coming into the tree. Rock back and forth, right foot, I'll mirror you. Bring the left foot up, whatever height, on the ground, the calf, the knee, the thigh. Push that knee out, hands to heart. We're going to interlace the fingers, push them down, lift them up. Release, interlace them behind you, push them down, maybe lift your chin or look up. And release it. Hip width apart with the feet, so you're in a mountain. And then let your shoulders and hips have connection with your hands a couple of times. And then the other side. Spread open the left foot, rock back and forth, right leg in. Find your balance here. Make peace with this pose. Stay here until you feel contented. Until you find the ease and the grace of being a tree. Then interlace the fingers. See if you can switch it out. Opposite fingers on the top. Down and up. Keep your pinkies and thumb in the game. Release it behind you. Same thing, lift down, maybe lift up. And let that go. All right, gonna come into some star balances here. Open up the right foot, rock back and forth and plant. Left leg out to the side and point. Now the same arm, left arm parallel, and right arm at a diagonal. Hold it here, squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your heart. It's active, everything's active. Arms, legs, even your belly muscles are on. Now we're gonna bring right elbow to the left knee. Exhale, and bring it back on the inhale. Exhale, inhale. One more, exhale. Inhale, hold. Hold the knee. We're gonna send that leg out in front of us. You can hold on to the back of the leg or try letting go. Bend it, bring it behind you, tilt in and fly. Whatever height you want. Maybe bring it into a letter T. Bring the hands in first and the leg down. Same thing, left side, right side, talk. And then we're gonna open up left foot, rock back and forth, root, right leg out. Coming into the modification of the star. Exhale, knee to elbow, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Then we're going to bring that knee in and bring that leg out. Send it behind you and fly. Bring that leg back, side to side. Now we're gonna come into a variation of a pigeon chair. Now here's two ways to do that. You can take that left leg over the front, sit down and bring the arms in front of you. Or if you have a wall handy, it's kind of nice to try this where you slide down, so you're in a chair. Bring your heels out underneath your knees, and then come back up, make your chair leg, sink it down, and then use the wall as a balance. And you can come in nice and deep into your chair this way. Is this okay? Got my director telling me this works. And we're gonna come back up, shake it out, and the other side, whether you use a wall or you don't, same thing. Pigeon leg, drop it in. This is strong. Arms come out in front of you. And let it go. All right, gonna come to the back of the mat. Roll it forward and down. Walk it out to a down dog. Leaving the legs together. Bend the knees, square it off, tabletop. Send left leg out, seal it. Plant the right arm, lift and rise. Let that arm fall back. And just breathe. Let gravity and the weight of the arm pull back. Bring this arm down. Lift the leg up and send it back. Mule kick it. Walk the opposite hand forward. Lift and rise. Left leg, right arm are the opposites. Bring it back to tabletop. And I'm going to turn it around. You can stay where you're at. Send the right leg out, seal it. Lift up the right arm, let it drop back and breathe. Now the longer you stay, the deeper you go in, getting into muscle, and better yet, even the fascia of the body. All the soft tissue, like the tendons and the ligaments, and that softening and that relaxing and allowing it all to deepen in. We're going to drop that hand down, square off the shoulders, pick that leg up, send it back, and then kick it. Hold it here, walking forward with the opposite hand, point, stretch and reach everything. It's active. And then bring it back into the tabletop. A few rounds of cat-cow here. Take a breath and soften it. Dropping the belly, crown and sit bone reach up, and then reverse exhale and arch. Squeeze your belly back. Inhale, drop it in. And exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale. Zip the legs together. Walk the arms out and suspend your up dog. So dropping the hips. You're going to feel compression on the lower back. You have to decide if this is right for you, and if it's not, lift the hips up, takes the compression out. So we're compressing the lower back, we're opening up the hips. We're going to drop the whole thing down to Sphinx. Elbows come under the shoulders, open up the fingers. All right, now we're going to lift this up into a cat back. I'm going to start with the knees and then go to the toes next. You can go to the toes first and second time if you like. Add a little more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, return. Take a working breath and then exhale, lift up on the back of the foot. Inhale, return. And we're going to drop it into airplane mode. Shoulders come down, out to the side. Come to the chin, take an inhale, lift the head, the shoulders, the arms, leave the feet on the ground. Maybe tilt your plane side to side. Bring it all down, take a breath. This time everything goes up. Inhale, head, shoulders, arms, and legs. Maybe tilt the plane. And then push it back into a child's pose. Reassess here. Take a breath. Breathe. Let go. And take an inhale, come back up. Swing your feet out in front of you. We're going to make our way into a boat. So you want your sit bones in the middle of the mat. And we're going to come into boat by grabbing the back of the legs. Come into chair. Roll your shoulders, lift your heart. And then see if you can come into full boat. Navasana. Maybe let go. Maybe hold on. Keep your chest lifted either way. We're going to let the feet come down. And then we're going to come down to elbows. We're going to bring the feet over 45-degree angle and off the ground. So you're in a twisted chair here. Elbows for support. Maybe go up. Bring it back to chair. Bring it back to center. Take a breath. 45-degree angle to the left, lift up. And bring it back to chair. Drop it in, hug your knees in and breathe. Okay, coming into the pigeon, left foot down, right leg back into pigeon like we did in the seated chair. Pushing in, right hand on the inside of the right knee, left hand on the hip. Making space in the hip, reaching in and through. And then back into your, wiggling into your pigeon. Coming in nice and deep here. Now, variation would be if you wanted to come into a half lotus where the edge of the foot comes up into the groin, your hands come up overhead. And this just creates a different kind of a hip opener. And when you take the time to wiggle it in, no matter how you've set up your pigeon, the idea with pigeon is coming in as deep as you can and then just melting into it. It's a softening, it's a surrender. Coming into the moon aspect of our practice. Our warriors at the beginning were sun energy. This is moon, it's soft. So we don't get there by struggling, we get there by surrendering. And communicating mind and body, asking your hip to soften. It'll naturally want to clench, like it wants to help you or protect itself, and this is where we need to communicate, let it know that we're with it every step of the way. Coming into 3 more breath cycles here. So not backing out yet, dropping in as deep as you can go. We're going to start by letting go of the fingers, left heel finds the ground, and then help that right leg just cross over the left. Bring the left heel up as close as you can, flatten your shoulder blades, and then wiper side to side with that one foot on the ground. Use your belly muscles as the muscle. The stomach is moving the legs. So this is your core work, and it loosens up the hips, and it's going to get us ready for an eagle on our back. So the legs come up to chair, maybe wrapping. Arms come up. Lift up your shoulder blades, drop them. Right arm under the left. And then pushing your elbows away from you. Now we're going to hold it here for about 10 seconds, or if you want to come into an exhale, knees to elbows, inhale it away, exhale, inhale, exhale, hold it, and then release. Come into a nice arrow stretch here. And then set it up for pigeon, other side. Both knees are high, and then left comes up. Pushing in on the knee, pulling away on the hip. Making space. And then lifting through that keyhole. And coming into your deepest hip opener. And then allow yourself the softness and the time to connect. When our body's in a state of relaxation, it helps the nervous system reach a state of relaxation, which helps the mental, the mind, come into a state of relaxation, and the breath, the respiratory system. And pretty soon, you find yourself in this equanimity. Everything's in balance. And then here's where your spirit can show up. This is where you can communicate with it. 5 more breaths. Gently releasing fingers, letting that left leg cross over the right. Toe heel walking that right foot to the center of the body, shoulder blades planted, and just allow the gentle wipers. You're going slow, not throwing the weight, using your core muscles. Just gentle, one side and then the other side. See if you can feel it in the outside of the hips. Certainly going to feel it in the core. Bring it up to chair, wrap it around maybe. Setting up for eagle, lift up and drop. Left arm under the right. Eagle, you're squeezing and wrapping arms and legs together. Go with it. Don't struggle or fight against it. Go with it. Squeeze it all in. 10 seconds here, or exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release, giant letter X, mini Shavasana. Let it go and breathe. Then we're going to hug the knees in, side to side. Then coming into the fishtail, here's how. Left heel down, right leg is back in a pigeon, toe heel walk, left foot to the edge of the mat, and then we're going to lay the whole thing down. The knees come down, you twist at the hip, you're trying to keep your shoulder blades on the ground or as close as you can. Arms maybe in a cactus, palms up, lifts the heart a little bit. And if you take that left foot, toe heel walk it further out, probably easier to drop that knee down, you choose. Then we're going to push that right foot off the knee. Should feel easy. Come onto your back. Lift your hips, tuck your tail. Feet are on the edges of the mats. Wipers big and wide and sloppy. Then in your wipers, drop them over to the opposite side. That'll be my left. Left foot lifts up. Bring the foot to the edge. Toe heel walk that right foot out. Back into the fish legs. Same thing. Shoulder blades flat and down. Lift your heart. Inhale, lift it up. And then we're going to bring feet railroad so they're even with your hips. And we're going to come into a bridge and then a supported bridge. Now if you have a block, great. If you don't have one, maybe you have a pillow or something that can go under your hips. I'm going to use this. And if you don't have anything at all, I'll show you a trick with your hands. So bring the heels up, palms down, roll the shoulders, pelvic tilt. So the tailbone's up, lift. Now you can stay here. Here's an option with hands. Bring them under your hips. Lifts them up nice and high. It's kind of a nice alternative. Or you can bring them down. Your hands are under your hips instead of your block. Or use a block right under the sacrum and drop the hips down. Releasing the weight of the pelvic and the lower back. You want to create this space, create this opening, creating space in your body. Now if you want to add the work of the muscles, send your heels long. Toes roll out. This is a nice place to stay. If you want want to stay here longer, you can just pause the video and stay here as long as you want. And if you're ready to transition with me, bring the heels up, careful of the lower back, lifting up just enough to take the block out, or your hands or a pillow or whatever you've got there. And then drop it down. Open up your shoulder blades, upper back, keep your tailbone up, reverse the J curve, and then finally the hips come down. All right, we're gonna come into a little bit of core work here. So we're gonna bring the legs up in the air. So you've got yourself in a nice 90-degree angle. And we're gonna bring fingertips to the back of the legs. And the tummy crunch, it's not how many we do, it's how long we hold it. So taking a nice working breath in, and then as you exhale, lightly lifting, holding it in the belly, and we're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come down. Take a breath or two, let it go. And when you take a breath, bring it all the way down into the belly, and exhale, let it all come out. We're gonna come in and do this one more time. So take a working breath, inhale, and then exhale, slowly peel up and hold. Now we've got little sips of breath going in here. Your diaphragm is pressed in on, so we're not gonna be able to take deep breaths, but just small little incremental breaths and keep the air moving. And the holding on is the work. It's as if your forehead wants to reach up towards your knees. That's the goal, that's the trajectory. Slowly peel down. Take a breath or two, let it go. And feel the expansion now. Take a breath, last one. Peel and curl up. You have about 10 seconds here. Now I've got the toes flaunted. Flaunting is like, if you flaunted your fingers, it's like open them up as wide as you can. Open up your toes. That helps all the muscles in the legs engage, helps to hold them up. Coming to the end. Peel down. Hug the knees in and breathe. Rock side to side. Finding happy baby. Rocking a little bit side to side. Find that joyful playfulness of the babies. No worries. It's all about having fun. Cobbler feet. Bring your feet into the ground. Let the knees open up like butterfly. We're going to rub the hands together, find that heat and that friction. You should find it quickly. Hand to heart, hand to belly. Allow the energy to travel through your arms and your body and settle. Let it find that sense of balance. You can try this with your eyes too. Rub your hands together. Lift your eyebrows, and the palms fit perfect right over the eyes, fingertips up. Gently release, help the knees close up. Knock the knees together, toe heel, walk the feet out. Reach up overhead. Grab the wrists, forearms, or elbows. Nice little opposing stretch for the hips with the knees together and the feet out. And an opportunity to open up the heart here. Last place we'll go is a spinal twist. Right foot on top of the left thigh. Pull it over, stack the hip, bring that left hip back, shoulder blades down, maybe right arm out to a T. knees in. If you lift the hips, it gives you a chance to reset. Right leg long, left foot on the thigh, roll it in. Wringing it out. All of the stress and the toxins, whether they're in your mind, your body, or your spirit, let it go. Wring it out, give it back to the earth. Mother Gaia is happy to take it from you. Let her compost it, turn it into something new. Then roll onto the back, hug the knees in. And then to set yourself up for a Shavasana, let your legs go long. If you need something for comfort, a pillow or a blanket, grab it now. You're going to be laying on your back. And I'm going to play a little bit of my Mother Platinum Bowl for you to send you off into your Shavasana. Gratitude that we could share this practice together. May you feel your blessings. Namaste.